Hello, Mr. Wilson.
Yes, please.
You remember your oath? Hello?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, you remember your oath?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Thank you, my lord. Yes, now, Mr. Wusu, you retired from the service of the first defendant. When did you retire?
I retired in 2006.
Which month?
December.
December 2006.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. What position did you hold before your retirement?
I was downstream audit manager.
You were?
Downstream audit manager.
Audit manager.
Downstream.
Downstream audit manager.
Okay, that was your last posting.
Yes, please.
Okay. But you also hold an office in the London office of the first defendant.
Yes, I was the finance manager in London office of the
As
first
the financial
defendant.
manager in London office.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Finance manager.
Finance manager at the London office of the first defendant.
Yes.
So from what time to what time do you work there as the finance manager at the London office of the first defendant?
You are echoing, please. You are echoing and repeating yourself. I can't hear you properly.
Sorry. Can you hear me clearer now?
Yes, I can hear you a bit better.
Okay. I say from what time to what time? Sir?
I'm hearing you.
Okay. From what time to what time did you work as the finance manager in the London office?
From March 2004 to, I think, May 2005. I'm not sure. It could be May or July. I can't remember now. But I don't know whether, I didn't know this would come into play, but I think it was, it's my documents there with you, please. I know I got there March 2004 and left around May or July 2005.
By paragraph 10 of your deposition, Mr. Usu, it appears you left the London office in August 2005.
Oh, thank you, my lord. I didn't review anything before coming down, so I just knew I left then.
Yes, and also paragraph 7.
Thank you, my lord.
There are some obvious facts, Mr. Abi. There are some obvious facts. Ask relevant questions, please.
Not wondering whether the claimant is ready for this proclamation. He said he has not included the company. Don't know whether he's ready. Did I go on?
Are you asking him? That is what he is here for. So,
Go ahead.
yes.
I'm ready, my lord.
Okay. So now, please confirm to the court that the claim of interest declared against you is that you have an outstanding unretired capital case and advancement that you have not retired.
I should confirm what, please? I should confirm what?
Confirm to the court that the claim of the first defendant is that you have an outstanding unretired capital check and advancement against you.
Yes, that is the claim of the first defendant, that I have a retired advances standing against me, which is a lie, though.
At what point did you?
At what point did I do what? At what point did I do what, please?
Just a minute. He's waiting for me to capture everything in writing. I'm writing in longhand.
Oh, sorry, my lord.
Sorry, we are still at the longhand stage. You said the claim of the first defendant is that you have unretired travelers' checks and advances, even though it is not correct.
Yes, my lord.
No, that's not coming from you.
That is what he said. That was his response. Yeah. I'm asking the witness if that's what he said. So continue, please.
Mm-hmm. Now, at what time did you become aware of the claim of the first defendant against you?
That was about 10 years after I left service.
Yes.
10 years after you left service. Now,
10 years after I left service.
So there was no outstanding unretired traveler claim at the time you left the London office. Is that what you're saying now?
Absolutely nothing outstanding against me. It was all a trumped up claim, trumped up. Nothing. I handed over clean slate to my successor.
Yes.
Now, there was a memo you wrote to the first defense that the unretired expenses, the unretired traveler case to be written for as extra code on behalf of the DDP. When did you write that memo?
Did you say when did I write or why did I write?
When did you write the memo?
When that was,
Yes.
that was in 2005. And that was when I wanted to reconcile accounts and hand it over on clean slate, because those people are owing, They have not accounted for it, and they are all top guys. So I wanted the headquarters to know that all these big people are owing, and they have not accounted for them. And the profession.
Mr. Ebie, you will help this court a lot if you are referring to a memo that is already before the court.
Yes, the memo is not, I don't know whether it is evidence. We have time to draw the attention to the memo you wrote.
On what date? Is it referred to anywhere?
That's why my question to you was actually when you wrote this. The date of this memo is 23rd August 2005. That's correct.
Is that the handing over note?
It's not the handing over note. This is a memo using the defendant. And it's the statement to the defendant.
Do you want me to still answer that question, please?
Huh?
Yes, you are going to answer the question. I was just hoping I would find
Okay, my lord.
a document with the matching that description. Now says that there is a memo you wrote on the 23rd of August 2005,
Yes, my lord.
wherein you admitted that there were outstanding,
Yes.
is it travelers' checks or advances, which you now wanted it applied towards something else.
Yes, my lord. What happened is those are advances taken by NNPC staff.
Do you want to tender that memo in evidence, Mr. Ebie?
Yes, we wish to go there now. The court will show you the document where it is confirmed. Now that the only people have
Is he on WhatsApp?
it's not WhatsApp.
I mean that is the witness. Mr. Usu, are you on WhatsApp?
I'm on WhatsApp, my lord.
Okay. Mr. What's the name? Okay.
Yes.
You can send the document to him and let him confirm that he wrote that memo.
It's already.
Let's have it. Okay, so Mr. Usu, the document is in front of me. It's a memo you wrote when you were still in the London office. It's dated 23rd August 2005. And it reads, it is headed Treatment of Expenses on Advisor / Minister's Foreign Trips. Attached Exhibit A, attached Appendix A is a copy of the instruction from GHQ that London office should be financing advisor / minister's foreign trips. Also attached are Appendixes B and C, which are two of the usual memos from advisors' office telling us of their needs in advance of each trip. While the bills for the London office for London trips are settled directly with the hotels and car hire companies, those outside UK are not that simple in that we have to give them cash advance to settle the bills in whatever country they visit. Efforts to get these advances retired have not been successful. In this regard, I seek GED's approval to treat these payments as ESTA code by writing them off as expenses on behalf of GHQ. This is to avoid carrying fictitious current assets in form of advances in our books when in fact they are not. As at the time of this request, the total amount for such payment is $48,500 only. You are directing, sir. Ayola Usu. That is your letter, right?
Yes, my lord.
Yes. So what do you want to do with it, Mr. Dean? Mr. Ankpe, any objection? Thank you. Check which was the last estimate. Last one is NLPC. No, I give them name. Can you old name? I reached NLPC percentage. You didn't like number them. Here is one. So NLPC percent is the last one. No, before 10. NLPC percent. You are going to confuse me. Please don't know. The way you did it now, you have to remove this one. You have to old one from the former. Okay, the internal memo dated 23rd August 2005 is admitted in evidence and marked as exhibit NNPC 14. Yes.
Or by someone who you are aware.
Know that you have muted your mic again, Mr. Ege. I can't even see you. I can only see Destiny. So yeah, Destiny is unmuted. So ask the question again.
All right, now, the question is, by the memo, which was just admitted in evidence, you are aware, or you are aware, as at the 23rd of August 2005, that there were unretired travelers, tests and advances.
Yes, I am aware.
You are aware?
Yes, I wrote the memo. That is, if I'm aware, that's why I wrote the memo.
Okay.
But that memo states clearly those who are having the advances, those who are owing.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Abia.
Okay. So you said that the advantage, the terminal care for advantage is treated as separate and written up as expenses on behalf of the previous fee by the first defendant. What is the full meaning of previous fee? What does it stand for? Previous fee.
What is it?
GE what?
If takes fee, if the application you read in your memory,
You are breaking.
if takes fee, if takes fee.
Okay, can I just repeat that question to Mr. Wusu?
Yes,
The
my lord.
question is, in the body of your memo, the one we just admitted as exhibit NNPC 14, you use the word GHQ, and the Learned Council wants to know what is the meaning of GHQ.
Thank you, my lord. GHQ means group headquarters. Group headquarters.
I don't know. I can't hear. I can't hear anything. I can't hear anybody. I don't know what's going on. Is it only me?
GHQ. GHQ means group headquarters.
Before you continue, please, Mr. No, I'm referring to the earlier matter. Do you foresee us going on with this matter today? Dr. Ode is still with us. He is still with us. The question is whether you have reached first and second defendants' counsel. Yeah. Are they joining us or not? You have sent the link. Mr. Awude had earlier informed us that he has a virtual interview at 12:30, and it's almost 12:20 now. If they haven't joined us now, I don't see us going on with Mr. Ude's case today. Perhaps we should adjourn. Mr. Ude, can you hear me? He has even left the platform. He was here with us a while ago. Okay, you can step out and call him. Let's continue with our matter. Mr. Abia, ask your next question. He said GHQ means group headquarters.
Yes. So by the time in office. Between 2004 and 2005. That was when we had the government advancing of course.
It is an accumulation of advances taken over time, both including those before my tenure and those within my tenure. And the policy is, in my profession, if
I'm writing, please.
oh,
Because
sorry, my lord.
my lord is writing. Calm down.
It was an accumulation of advances taken over time.
Over time,
Both
by
covering
NNPC, both
covering the period before your posting to London and after.
Yes, and after I posted to London.
You needed to retire it before leaving London.
I am not to retire, my lord. It is those who took the money that should retire. I was the finance manager. I gave them the money. Those who took it, I don't want to retire.
You are the chief accountant. You are the chief accountant for that London company. You are the chief accountant of the London office between 2004 and 2005. That's correct.
Sorry,
do you mean chief accounting officer or chief accountant?
Accounting officer, yes, accounting officer.
I was the finance manager, wholly in charge of finance, but not titled as chief finance officer. My office was that of finance manager, and I control finance office.
So you account for all the financial transactions in the office.
Yes, after approval by GM or GHQ.
Yes.
Okay, now you said that the unretired traveler was the one that approved before your tenure and after the tenure. That's what you said, right?
That's what I say, because our account is continuous. You cannot break your report in between.
Your account is continuing, yes, but I am looking into you that this unretired traveler in question, this one question that is due to the defendant and the first defendant actually arose under there is another office where you were in the finance money, where you were in the
Okay.
not the ones that are accused after the left. It didn't include the ones that are accused after the left. It is the ones that are accused while you were there that is contained in this how much is it? 4 or 4
It couldn't have been after now. He said before and during. Before his posting to London and after his posting to London.
I was before, during, and after.
If it was after, how can he retire something that is after when the memo is dated 2005? After what I have I am bound by my records. I will read it to you. He said it was an accumulation of advances taken over time, both covering the period of my posting to London, the period before my posting to London and after.
and after.
Yes, the period before he was posted to London, meaning that the expenses, some were waiting for him. And then after he was posted to London, it means those ones were accrued while he was in London. It couldn't have been after by any stroke of logic, because the memo has a date.
Was before the tenure, during the tenure, and after his
That's not what I have. That is not my understanding.
I think that's what you have no one you like. I understand him to me was before his tenure, during his tenure, and after his tenure. Is that what you mean?
That is not what I told you. It couldn't have been because I wasn't there after. My position is accounts are accrual basis. So the figure included those before and during when I was there. During means after I was posted. It is grammar now. After I was posted. So yes. So it's not a question of grammar and comprehension.
Mr. Ebia, you need to be reasonable in this, guys. You don't play with words like that. We are speaking English. Excuse me, you listen to me. We are speaking English. If you say after, it means after he left, he still knew what was going on. The memo has a date. And you have also told him earlier on that he left London on the 23rd of August. So how could he have accrued expenses after he left? Was he still there? That's why he said the figure included before and during my tenure. And you are trying to put in words and say after. Can he even accrue expenses after he has left? Thank you.
Now, Mr. Lucy, I am putting it to you. I'm putting it to you that the outstanding unretired several debts on advances in issue at the moment between you and the first defendant. They say I'm happy to $48,500. I'm happy to $48,500 accrued. And we all repeated during your term only, not before.
Can I respond to that, my lord?
Yes, please.
Well, I think it is not a matter of comprehension. If I give out money to the staff of my employer, I'm not responsible for how they spend it. They spend it and bring that document to me.
Mr. Usu, I need you to be direct in your answer. And then for clarity, the question is that the figure contained in your memo of 23rd August, which is $48,500 US, the lawyer is saying that that amount was accrued while you had told the court earlier that the amount included amounts accrued before you got to London and after you got to London. So now he's saying that the accrual was basically while you were in London. Is that the position?
My lord, since I
Yes.
said it was accrual, I do not carry those figures in my head. They came back 10 years after. So what I wrote contained the schedule of the advances and those who had it. So when I said accrual, it means it could contain those before, certainly those during my period, and certainly not those after my period. I don't have it in my head.
We have dropped the one
okay, so
before and during. So here is the accrued during your tenure in London.
Yes, my lord.
Only.
The point is this: I don't have it in my head, and it was many years back. So because our
Yes.
accounts, it could be during my period, which is in the records, which I cannot deny.
Yes.
Okay. If they are, fine. I account for every couple during my tenure of office, but I don't have it in my head. If they are, yes, I'm ready to account for every
Okay.
couple.
So the question is, the answer, Mr. Ebia, is that it could be during my period. I do not have the figures in my head. Yes.
Okay, now, the memo road, that memo road was in the same day that you handed over you handed over your professional. That means was on the same day that you handed over your professional.
The handing over notice exhibit. Oh my goodness. The question is that this memo of yours was made on the same day as your handing over notes. Whether that is correct. It's simple, Mr. Ebia. It's very simple. Exhibit NNPC 1 is dated 23rd August 2005. Exhibit NNPC 14 is also dated the same day.
I just need to confirm that.
Mr. Wusu, do you confirm that this
Yes.
memo was also written on the same day of your handing over notes?
Yes, my lord. That
Thank
was
you.
to give a clean slate for my successor to start on. I did that
Okay.
in good faith as a professional.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, moving on. Well, what was the response of your employer to that remember?
I did not see any response to that until sometime last year when this case started. The response went there when my successor had taken over. And despite the fact that I was still in London, he didn't tell me anything about it. So I never knew anything about the response. I handed over. So the response went to my successor. And they didn't raise any issue until 10 years later.
The question is, when you became aware of the response, that do you have an idea of the content of the response they sent to London after you had left?
Yes, I became aware only last year.
Yes.
And
And
I
what did
became
it
aware.
say?
I think they turned it down. I can't remember. They turned down the request to write it off. They turned down the request to write off the advances which their staff refused to account for.
Okay. This,
I'm not hearing you, please.
hold on, let me move to my house, please.
Yes.
Okay. The response, when you became aware, you are aware that the response was also written on the body of your memo. The response was written on the body of the memo. You are aware of that?
I was aware of that only last year, and that was written in 2005. So it has no effect on me.
So you are also aware that that response was written in September 2005, not recently, not after 10 years, as you alluded.
He didn't allude. He said he became aware.
Okay.
He became aware when this matter began. That's what he said.
Yes.
But that he also said, you said what was the, when he now became aware, what was the response? He said when he became aware, he discovered that they had turned down the request.
You call it
That's what he said, and I already have it on record.
we are the same man.
Yes, please go ahead.
Only asking the further question that
Okay.
when they are saying the memo, I believe you are saying the memo, that the response was muted of the memo, and that was done in 2005, not 10 years later, as he was suggesting.
Okay. Mr. Wusu, I believe that you said earlier that they didn't raise issues until after 10 years.
Yes, my lord.
So the question the lawyer is asking now is that based on the minutes on the face of exhibit NNPC 11, can I have it, please? So that I can read it to him. 11, the last one, 14.
We have some
NNPC 14. On he said when did you say September?
I think the minute was in September 2005. The date of the minute was September 2005, not 10 years after the case.
Well, this would now depend on what I see because the witness is not able to see these minutes. I think this should be a matter for address.
But I think I can recognize I remember the minutes, my lord.
Yes, when was it made?
It was made in 2005.
Thank you.
But I knew of it only last year. But can I continue, my lord?
Yes.
Again, there is a problem of comprehension here. The request turned down is not the same as saying that I'm owing. The question of saying I'm owing came 10 years later. Can I finish, please? Can I finish, please?
Yes.
The accusation that I'm owing advances came 10 years later, whereas this rejection of the request was in 2005 that got to my successor. I left office. I wasn't there then. So I heard of this only last year when my lawyer brought a copy from them, which means this is even about 70 years later, which is even worse. So it's a matter of comprehension.
Thank you. Please, can you return it? Thank you. Yes, go on.
Rejecting my request is different from accusing. It is accusation that we are here for, not for rejecting the request. There are two different things.
Thank you.
Thank you, my lord.
You said that the high sum of $48,500 is actually the difference between the fiscal traveler here handed over by you, and the traveler takes from the account ledger account.
Yes, please. Repeat it.
You see, I think we like to rely on that correct to say that the unretired sum of $48,500 is actually the difference after you do calculation, calculation of physical evidence and money in the ledger form, amount in the ledger form. That unretired sum of $48,500 is actually the difference between the physical traveler and handed over by me, and the traveler checks up in the account ledger balance.
Did you understand the question?
No, my lord.
Okay, maybe to make it easier, how did you arrive at the sum of $48,500?
Okay. I brought together all the staff of NNPC, all the staff of Ministry of Petroleum Resources, all the staff of Inspectorate that are coming to take advances. I total them up, and that is the figure. And because they have not retired the advances, and I wanted to leave office in good faith as a professional, for a long time, my profession dictates that if you have a debtor that you consider irrecoverable, you write it off as bad debt. As the finance manager, I didn't have the authority, but I have the professional skill to advise my organization. It was that advice I gave them, that these people, because they are big guys, they are not retiring what they took.
You have to slow down because my lord is writing.
You
If you
need to
want
even
my lord
understand, because I lost him for a moment, so I'm trying to figure out what he
please,
said.
you have to slow down, slow down. If you want the court to record all you are saying, slow down, let the court record and then give you a hint before you continue.
Okay. Can you hear me, my lord?
I can hear you, but you need to take it again.
Okay, I will. I told.
Okay, the question is, what in asking how you arrived at that 48,500?
But I'm telling you that $48,500 was actually the difference between the ledger sum in the account and then the traveler check which we handed over. Let's the recorded from that aside the master checks. There is an imbalance. So that 48,500 is actually the difference between the ledger account balance and the digital vocabulary which you handed over. That is the question I am putting to you.
Okay. Can I answer now, my lord?
Yes, please.
That there is a difference in ledger, I was not aware. And even where there is a difference, it means somebody has not done his job. They have to post that figure. Fortunately, I pointed this out myself. And I got that figure by adding the list of NNPC staff, Ministry of Petroleum Resources staff and their minister, petroleum inspectorate staff that came to collect advances from London office. They were due to retire after 2 weeks. They failed to retire. They did not only fail, it's for getting over 1 year and 2 years. And my profession.
You have
Allow him to explain, please.
In my profession, if I'm on my feet, please. I'm on my feet, please. I'm on my feet, please. You ask me a question.
The songs remained unretired even after 1 to 2 years.
Yes, my Lord. And my profession says if you have such debts, it means they are irrecoverable. They become bad debts. So you have to write them off your book.
Was that what Exhibit NNPC 14 was all about?
Yes, my Lord. That was why I wrote that to seek approval, to write them off. So that my successor can start on a clean note. I did that in good faith. As a professional.
Yes.
When the response came, I was no longer in the office. And I did not know until just last year.
The question that I I'm not asking you who did not pay, who hasn't paid or something like that. But I'm not talking about the difference, the $48,500. And that $48,500 was actually the difference between the physical paperwork test you handed over and the balance on the ledger. You have not confirmed that.
He said he does not know the difference of any difference in the ledger. That's
Yes,
how
my
it started.
And that if
when I handed over, there was no difference.
Somebody has not done the job. That's right. Who is that somebody that has not done the job? You are the finance manager. If there is a difference, somebody has not done the job. Who is that somebody that has not done the job?
Can I answer, please?
Yes.
When I handed over, there was no difference of any type. Nobody said anything. I was in that office doing extra job till October in the same building, and nobody raised any issue. And it was, so there was no difference. That I'm saying there was no difference. Okay, there was no difference.
He said when he handed over, there was no difference whatsoever. I think that's sufficient.
No difference, and it's in my handing over note. No difference.
You have the 48, yes, you have the 48,500 unretired. You said there was no difference.
How can that be a difference?
I don't understand what you mean by
Excuse me. If you don't know the meaning of difference, please say so. Difference means you have two documents that do not agree. That's what you mean by difference. Right? When I handed
that on the ledger account balance, the sum in the ledger account balance is not tally the capital check which you handed over. That's where the difference came from.
Did you read my handing over note?
Yes, I did.
If you read it, did he disagree or did he mention that there was anything different?
Did who disagree?
The person who took over, did he sign my handing over note? Did he lay any complaint of difference during that time? Or did he write after I left that there was any difference?
Sir, we need to answer that question.
I have answered you. I said there was no difference because I handed over and he signed that everything was okay. He signed that everything was okay in my handing over. It was 10 years later, they cooked up this story. And when they cook it up, there's evidence that people took that money. So maybe you have problem with comprehension or grammar, I don't know.
No.
Please,
I will not allow you to go that route, Mr. Wusu.
I'm sorry, my lord. I withdraw that, please, my lord.
Yes. Thank you.
My unreserved apologies, please, my brother. I don't know what language. Unreserved apologies, please.
You said you discovered this 48,000. You said you discovered it yourself, and you put the attention of the first defendant to it in good faith, right?
Sorry, you are echoing. I'm not hearing you.
I don't think that's what he said. That I think he says that he incurred those people because he gave those people money, but the people did not retire it. It's not a matter of discovering anything.
I did not discover.
Said,
I gave them the money and I have their list. So it was not, I didn't discover anything. It was, I now compiled the list of those that took advances from me and who failed to retire them. I sent them to headquarters for approval that since we cannot recover these advances, they should permit us to write it off instead of keeping them in the books as money.
yes.
Yes,
Yes, please.
As we speak now, all the tired capital shares and advances are still on the tired PCB. Are still accounting PCB.
I will not know. I'm no longer there. I left in 2006. I wouldn't know what is happening.
Yes.
So you are not aware of the shares and advances being required. You are not aware of this being required.
It is the duty of my successor to continue from where I stopped. He should make them retire. And I don't know whether he did that or not because I left in 2006.
So the reason you are installed.
Sorry?
The reason you are installed is because the first defendant is deducting your salary in payment of that unretired advance.
Yes,
Right?
yes, they are deducting. That is why we are in court.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you aware of the policy of the first defendant, which stipulates that all retired advances of government are to be deducted from the salary or pension of the employee?
Yes, that is if you are the one who took the advances. I didn't take the advance. I'm aware, but that applies to if you take the advance. Let me answer fully. That applies to a staff who took the advance. I never took the advance. It is that policy that makes me asking them to come and retire, which they did not, and I reported to the headquarters. So the policy applied to those who took the advances. I am servant. I'm servant of the first defendant. I discharge my duty towards them. They are the ones that failed to discharge their own duty towards the first defendant. As a professional, I reported to my employers, advising them on what to do. But when the response came, I was no longer in the office.
Please hold on. The court is not getting you. You have to repeat. Mr. Usu.
Yes, please.
I said the court was not getting you. So
Okay,
you have to go back and repeat what you were saying.
Where did you? Okay, where did you hear me to, please?
Slowly, slowly, slowly.
Where did you hear me up to, please? Or what was the question again?
It's
Are you aware of the policy of the first defendant that all retired advances are to be deducted from pension?
Yes, I am aware, but it applies to those who took. Let me answer now.
I have it hanging somewhere. It said that I'm aware of the policy of the defendant that staff who takes advances and does not retire them, the said sums will be deducted from their salaries or pensions. The policy does not apply to me because I was not the one who took the advances. And you said you submitted the list.
Yes, my Lord. I submitted the list of those who had their. Can I continue, my Lord?
You submitted the list to who?
That was the list I gave to headquarters with that memo that they should be written
the memo
off.
exhibit NNPC.
Yeah, tell you that
14.
they should
Okay.
be written off.
Okay.
So I'm not the one who took the loan. That
It's
policy,
okay. But that's all right.
Okay. So, you are aware of the NNPC's corporate financial policy and program. PFPG.
I didn't hear this. You are echoing.
You are aware of the NNPC's corporate financial policy and program. PFPG.
Sorry, I didn't get you at all.
You say you are aware of the first defendant policy. I'm just trying to draw your attention to that policy. That you are aware of NNPC.
You are using multiple devices.
Procedure and control.
Mr. Ankpe, you need to mute your mic so that it doesn't echo. You only unmute when you want to speak. Okay, go ahead.
You are aware of the NNPC corporate financial policy, procedure and control guide, the bracket PFPG.
Yes.
What do you call it? CF?
PFPG. Corporate financial policy, procedure and control guide.
Yes.
Yes.
The bill applies to you. I don't want to.
Mr. Ibie, is that document before me?
It is not before the document.
Okay.
I'm asking the
He said he is aware of the documents. I think that suffices. The document would speak for itself when it eventually comes before me. Thank you.
I also want to know from the witness
Yes.
whether he, as a staff of NNPC, is subject to draft policy.
Is that not a presumption naturally? If he is aware of what is that document anyway? The NNPC CFPPG, which you said you are aware of, is what is it about?
Is it me, my lord?
The NNPC, what did you call it? CFPPG?
Corporate financial policy, procedural and
Yes. Do you have the document, Mr. Ibie?
we have the document, but it's not in the tenderable form.
So you tender it through your witness. And whether this witness says it applies to him or not, at the appropriate time, when the document comes, the document will say who it applies to. And it will be a matter for address, whether the claimant is bound by it or was bound by it when he was staff of NNPC. Because I do not see any, especially as the document is not before me, I don't know. But he said the fact that he is aware of it suffices for now. Yes. You have spent over 1 hour.
Now, we talk about one of them are doing. We talk about one of them are doing for ministers and advisors by the president. Minister and Environment, traveling expenses. And first,
Where is that? What paragraph of it? The position. Serbia, we do not have all day.
yes,
And you are no longer online, by the way. Serbia, I'm waiting for you.
it's all in the border what you went to. Yes, maybe like, okay.
You are almost rounding up, right? Please, I need you to round up quickly because it's past 1 o'clock. We've been on this for well over an hour. The rules are clear on how long you need to cross-examine. I only allow you because it's virtual and we are having moments of ups and downs. But that doesn't mean we should be here for forever. Hmm. Maybe you should use your phone to complete this cross-examination. Mr. Abia, did you hear me? Use your phone to conclude this cross-examination. In any case, he was not even seeing you because your video was not on throughout. Your video is on with your phone, so you can use it to complete the cross-examination. Otherwise, he doesn't want to sit near you.
I will not. I will not.
Please, give me the other side. Let me quickly Okay, yeah, you are on. So you need to unmute now. No, you are still muted. No, not yet. It's still showing muted. Yes, you are unmuted now.
Okay. But I cannot see Mr. Usu.
Don't worry about that. Just ask the question. I'm sure he can hear you. Mr. Wusu, you need to unmute your mic as well. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Actually, I was referring to the claimant's plea in paragraph 16 of his reply to the defendants against the defense, where he stated that, let me read paragraph 16. The claimant defendant potential claim stated in clear terms in his letter of 23rd August 2005 that the total amount of payment made to the minister and his advisors, which were yet to be retired by them, in the sum of $48,500. That's where my question is important. The question is, who and who exactly make up that minister and his advisors that he mentioned in paragraph 16? Are they the only people that he advanced money in that amounted to that $48,500?
Can I answer, please?
I thought he said he sent a list. Yes.
Yes.
It is the list of those who took money from us in London. It is this total aggregate.
Who are the they is what I want to understand. Minister, is it minister or advisor? Are they all ministers and advisors, or there are also other categories of people involved?
Okay, let me answer. Ministers, advisors, NMPC top officers, top officers of Ministry of Petroleum Resources, top officers of Petroleum Inspectorate.
Once they finish, they're made up of ministers,
advisors, top NMPC officers,
top NNPC officers, yes.
Top Ministry of Petroleum Resources officers,
yes,
and top inspectorate officers, all approved by headquarters before I give them.
right.
Okay, now are you aware of the first defendant's audit report and the final report on the reconciliation of staff advances, medical advances, and other advances covering the 2005-2015? Are you aware of it?
I'm not aware because I was at no time interrogated or invited.
The question is not whether you were invited.
I was not aware.
You were not aware of it?
Yes.
Up to this moment.
Please, you tell me what you are asking him if he's not aware of. I'm not aware of. What's that, Mr. Ebie?
The first defendant's audit report and financial report on the calculation of staff advances, medical advances, and other advances.
I'm writing, please.
Sorry.
So please take it easy. The first defendant's audit report of
audit report and financial report.
financial report.
Sorry,
Yes.
it's final report, not financial report, final report.
Final report
On reconciliation of staff advances.
Reconciliation
of staff advances, medical advances, and other advances covering between 2005 and 2015.
audit report and final report on reconciliation of staff advances, medical advances, and what?
Medical advances and other advances.
Yes.
Covering between 2005 and 2015.
Covering the period of 2000 and what?
From 2005 to 2015.
Okay, so you are not aware of the first defendant's audit report and final reports on reconciliation of staff advances, medical advances, and other advances covering the period of 2005 to 2015.
No, my lord, I'm not aware of that audit report.
Thank you. Yes, go on.
Even as we speak, you are not aware.
I've only, as we speak, I've heard of it. I'm not aware, I've not seen it. They only wrote me a memo claiming I owe, that's all.
Yes.
So you say you have not seen it, even up to you don't know about it up to this moment as we speak.
That's what he said.
I have not seen the report. I have not heard of report. The only one I know is they wrote me that I'm owing advances, which turned out to be advances taken by their own staff.
Oh, I thought you said you've heard of it.
I said, sir, that's what I heard of it.
You heard of it, but you have not seen it.
In this court, yes. It was in this court. I heard of it last year, but I have not seen it.
Okay.
So you are not aware of any content of the report? Right? You are not aware of any content of the report?
I'm thinking because when I said they wrote me 10 years after, that's probably where they got it from, I wouldn't know. But the person who wrote me 10 years after said when they were reconciling advances. And that's why the problem coming. Reconcile advances, I didn't take, so how am I involved?
Wait now, Oga, try to answer the questions directly.
I'm rationalizing because I don't want to lie. If I say I didn't see it and it turned out to find that.
The question is, are you aware of the content of any content of that report, audit report? You say you are not aware. You were only you were only told, you were only written that you have an outstanding against. I just want your knowledge of that report is what I'm interested in. It's a simple question. It's not complex. You are not aware of it. You have not, even up to this moment as we speak, you have not seen it. Is that your answer?
I have something written though. Let me read it. As we speak, I have heard of it in this court, but I have not seen it.
As the court pleases. Now, I wish the witness were here. I would have shown him to directed him to read his own reply.
Go ahead.
Okay.
What paragraph?
Paragraph 5. paragraph 5 of full reply to the joint statement of defense. He says, can I give my lord?
Yes, please.
The claimant averts that finding number 2 of the audit report relates to HSBC Bank traveler checks that were yet to be purchased, and a further audit that the sum of $2,400 worth of traveler checks were handed over to the then finance manager, Mr. Isigwe, while the balance of $48,500 was not completed at the time of the audit, because handing over was presented by Mr. S.S. Fuller Romy had no related transaction. That is the claimant's pleading that is saying that he is not aware of the reports. He didn't stop there. Paragraph 6, paragraph 7. He has adopted. And all these successive paragraphs, he's talking about the report that he's saying he has not seen, he's not aware of. So if the witness can contradict himself in obvious fact like this, how can we believe you? So I put it to you, Mr. Wusu, that you are not a witness of truth.
Can I answer to that, please?
Yes.
I am not contradicting myself. I said before, this is a question of semantics. What you call report.
It's not a question of semantics.
Can you let me learn, please? You keep on interrupting me. My response to anything in writing deals with the document available at any particular point in time. So when you write a report, it's different from audit. So if you call audit a report, it could be accepted. If you call a report audit, depends in the context which it is used. And I still repeat, I have not seen the audit report. I heard of it in the court. And the only time I heard about this advances thing was when internet mail was sent to me as for the advances. That is not audit. So we cannot put little bits together and say I'm conducting myself. No, that is misrepresentation.
Well, we have just shown you your own story in your reply, which shows that you are aware before now, because you said in your witness statement, in your testimony, that up to now as we speak, you are not aware, but your reply says otherwise. So I said
I have not seen the report. I have not seen the audit. You said audit. You said audit. I said I've not seen the audit, but I have heard of it.
Audit report. Are you changing your question, Mr. Wisu?
There is no question. I have nothing to change. The facts are there. You are talking about advances. Can you let me learn? You keep on interrupting me, for goodness sake. The facts are there. You are talking about advances. Those who do the advances are very clear.
This last question is supposed to be yes or no answer. This last question is supposed to be a yes or no answer. I put it to you that you are not a witness of truth. Either you say yes or you say no. We move on.
You are not correct. You are wrong.
Okay, as the court pleases. We leave it to my lord to examine the documents and the testimony. My lord, I think that will be all for the witness.
There is no re-examination.
As the court pleases.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, my lord, in circumstance, we ask for a date to open our defense. Sir? It's one, my lord. Yes, he is coming physically. 28 is convenient. 28 is convenient. Yeah, no recording. What's the difference?
This is adjourned to 28 May 2025 for defense.
As the court pleases.
They haven't come every month. Finances as before.
Yes, my lord.
Those
Yes, my lord. My lord, local to light of circumstances,
yeah.
we will be asking for a short date. However, my lord, we also like it to be on record that when it has been said on the first and second defendant, the people appear in court.
What about your plans?
Yes, my lord.
This continue is very important.
Yes, my lord. I believe 28 will be very effective. My lord can accommodate us. On the 20th, let's be Friday, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
Again, we are leaving the platform now. Enjoy the rest of your day.
20. 20 what,
I
ma'am?
said I'm leaving. We are leaving the platform now. Your case has been adjourned to 28 May 2025 for defense. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, my
So we are
lord.
leaving the platform now. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,